Welcome to Empowered to Grow, the podcast. I am your host, Hanan El Basha, the business doctor. Following our conversations with empowered women who woke up one day and consciously claimed, I am more than enough, I am worthy, I am empowered to grow. And along their empowering journey towards realizing their own potential and their quest for growth, they became a beacon of hope and guidance for others. May you also find your inner power to grow. Hello, ladies. This is Hanan El Basha, your host. So this is going to be a special episode. I have no guest today, but I wanted to share some thoughts with you, something to provoke you, something to entice you, something to get you thinking a bit. And I think, which is actually, in essence, that is the objective of the podcast, is to get you to reflect. And from that reflection, get you to grow and get you to empower yourself. So today I wanted to talk about a topic that kind of is sensitive. So I come from a place of tough love. Don't take it personal, but actually do take it personal. Take it personal in a way that take what I'm saying and reflect on what is in your life and what are the blocks in your life and what would you like to improve, or what would you like to adapt, or what would you like to grow in your life and make it happen for you. Yet again, as I always say, I am not inviting you to rebel against everything and everyone in your life. I'm inviting you to find the blocks that are keeping you from growing, that are keeping you from becoming the best version of yourself, and accordingly, well, if it's a block, what do we do with a block? Break it down, get it out of the way, and keep moving, keep growing, keep going uphill. So today, that is something that is along that topic. I was wondering what makes it more difficult for most women. I'm not addressing everyone here, but if it suits you in any way, please use it for your own self-reflection. What makes it more difficult for most women to invest in their own self-development? Again, when we talk about investment, not spending, what's the difference between spending and investment? Spending is you are putting in the money, possibly product, service, whatever it is, but you're not really getting much out of it beyond the use of that product or service. With investment, what you're doing is you are putting in a resource of yours or multiple resources of yours, expecting an ROI, which is a return on your investment. What are your resources? Again, as I've said before, you have four main resources. I know money comes first when we always talk about what are your resources? How much money do you have? It's not just about the money. Money is definitely a resource, but so is your time. So is your effort/energy, and so is your knowledge. So when you are looking to invest your resources, especially when it comes to your own self-development, you're actually investing more than one resource. You're investing money, you're investing the time it takes you to go through whatever you have enrolled for or whatever you have committed to, and it takes your energy and your effort. And I know we don't have a lot of those. All three of those resources, we always think of scarcity when it comes to them. But in essence, we have an abundance of them if and when used in a way that serves us. And I think that is the key here. That is the mindset switch that I would like us to all take into account and see how to utilize it and how to make it go around. So back to the question, what makes it more difficult for most women to invest in their own self-development? Is it financials, as in money? Hell no. Women, most women, we're actually the chief financial officers of our household, the CFO. And when we want to find the money to, yes, and I know I'm not trying to say this to make it seem airheaded in any way, but it is true that when you want to find the money to invest in a bag, a pair of shoes, makeup, Botox injections, the funds, poof, they appear. Is it a lack of interest in a better, more fulfilling tomorrow? Nope. We know deep down in our gut that there's much more potential reserves inside of us and that we just really wish we could capitalize on. So is it a shortage of time due to busyness? No, not that either. I mean, we're capable of shuffling priorities around and creating the resource of time when and if needed. Think of the last time, God forbid, that your kid got sick and you had to find a way to time, effort, money to take them to the doctor. Or think of the time when your friend's birthday just came up and you have to make it to her birthday celebration. Or think of the time where a relative needed you or a close friend of yours and you found the time and you found the energy and you found all of that to be there for her. Now, where is the issue then? As women, we are mostly conditioned and programmed with guilt and shame. And I know I've spoken to women around the world, and it is that. It crosses cultures. Yes, you could be one of the lucky ones who didn't have that growing up because your parents were very aware and conscious. I'm very happy for you. But most women did not have that. So we find that when we invest, I know that is exactly how I used to feel when I first started on, I call it my transformational healing, awakening journey. When I invested in me, and again, my resources and my time, my energy, and my money, I used to feel like I'm using up resources that could have been put into maybe looking good for external validation purposes, or those resources could have been put up towards something my family or my household needed. So the other part is as women, we are also exhausted most of the time, especially mothers, but that's not even just mothers. Mothers, singles, those with living with their parents, those caring for an older aging parent or even a sibling or whatever it is. Our time and energy are depleted most of the time. So we're exhausted and we're putting in the effort to care for children, home, parents, work, responsibilities, whatever it is. So being depleted most of the time is definitely not a state of mind where I really wanted to be directed into doing more work for my own development. I used to be done with more. I wanted less. I wanted less of everything, unless of course it was money. But other than that, I really wanted less of anything else. But here, this is the secret to the whole formula. When you put in the initial investment of, you know, kind of when you want to buy a home and you put in a down payment, that is your initial investment. And when you put in the initial investment of your time, your energy, and your money into becoming a better, more fulfilled version of yourself, for yourself, not for anyone else, for yourself, as per your own aspirations and goals, you actually get to do less on most of the other fronts that are sucking up and using up your time, your energy, and your money. When you are empowered from within, you will invest less time worrying about what others' opinions of you are, and consequently, less time and money in Botox, clothes, and shoes. I know you don't want to hear this. And I know for a lot of people, they're not doing it for the vanity of appealing to others. They're doing it because it makes them feel good. Good for you. And yes, I agree. I do love, my Burberry bag is one of my prized possessions. But it's not the only thing that I prize. And it's not the only thing I am fond of. I'm fond of who I am becoming every day. So this leads you to value you more rather than just what you are perceived to be by others. When you know the scope of your capabilities, then you are aware of how to capitalize on your resources of time, energy, and money. And you're more aware and more knowledgeable of how to invest them in a way that you can delegate them to others. You can automate things that take up your time, like, I don't know, going to your service provider to sit in line for hours to pay your mobile bill. You know that is done online now, right? You know that you can just put in your credit card information and it just automatically does it. Or you can go online on your platform of your provider and you can pay that. That's an automation. That just saved you a good 2 hours at least of your time, including traffic and driving there and, sitting there and waiting on a monthly basis. Or you can eliminate it completely. Imagine eliminating things that no longer serve you. How much time, money, and energy are you freeing up? You're freeing up those resources from the suckers that have been taking up and using up those resources from your life. So, last but not least, when you have clear goals in your life, when you have a vision, when you have aspirations, when you have goals, when you know where you want to go or what you want to do or how you want to get there, your return on investment of your time, your energy, and your money will be multiplied because you will be putting them in where they fulfill and internally gratify you. So just all in all, think of it this way. When you invest in your own development, you buy that online course you wanted, you go for that sewing course or that fashion design course you've always aspired for, you decide to learn about investment, or you go and study to become a realtor, as in a real estate agent. Whatever it is that you are investing in you, your time, your energy, and your money, then you will realize that internal gratification trumps external validation every day of the week. This is a time for us. We have been home. We have been bombarded with needs and requirements and everything else in our lives. And yet, this is a time that we also got a gift of time. Extra time that we used to spend in traffic, extra time attending to the kids' activities or work or driving to work or being stuck in traffic doing errands. This is a time where your resources could be utilized in a way that serves you, that augments you, that further amplifies the best version of yourself that you want to manifest for you. Internal gratification versus external validation. The choice is yours. You just have to do it the way you want to do it. And as I always say, you have to know that when you empower yourself with your own resources to become a better version of yourself, guess what? You empower others and you empower those around you in your life, and you go out and empower more people to become better versions of themselves, to invest in their own self-development, to go beyond the external validation / vanity that comes along with making sure that I need my Botox refills this month. Think of the amount of money that you are spending. And as a matter of fact, unfortunately, it's not just about money. The amount of time, money, and energy you are spending for external validation and how that could be utilized for external gratification. Think of how much time you are spending because you are getting your nails done. I forgot what it's called now. But anyway, the extensions. Or heck, I even saw that now there is a small surgical procedure that includes creating dimples in your cheeks. And people are actually doing it apparently. And it's not even a permanent one. You get it for 6 months and you have to repeat it again. So think of that time, energy, and money spent getting that procedure versus that you can spend going for an online course to teach you about positive mindset, for example. Or one that gives you the power over your life again. That lets you activate things within you, realize your powers, recognize what is holding you back, realize the power within you, and go out and create that for yourself. Now, that is something I'm working on right now. Actually, that is a course I'll be kind of releasing very soon, so I'll let you know. But that's beside the point. I've invested so much time, money, and energy in myself over the past few years. My life has turned around. Not my life has turned around as in, oh, I got all the financial returns I want and now I live on a yacht in the middle of the ocean. No. But I wake up and I change my life every day. I wake up with an intention. I wake up with positivity. I wake up and I see the potential I have still within me that could not just manifest for me, that can help me and support me in supporting others empower themselves. Think of that. You owe that to yourself. You owe that to you. That empowerment that is within your reach, at the fingertips. It's just a matter of reassessing your priorities. So, this wasn't going to be a long message, but I wanted to come here and share this message with you. Again, empowered you, empowers others, and love, abundance, and prosperity to you all. I'll see you, or I'll hear you, or you'll hear me. I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you for listening to the Empowered to Grow podcast. For further engagement with a tribe of empowered women, join my Facebook group, Empowered to Grow, or visit my website, www.hananelbasha.com. I'll catch you on the next episode. And until then, know that empowered you empowers others. Love, abundance, and prosperity to you all.